So, what do you feel like is one of the main struggles that people don't know about? So, we all know Black Lives Matter. That's what's being pushed right now, amongst other things. It's a real big feminist movement going around right now. Feminist women's taking over the world. What do you feel like are things that's fights that may be greater than that that a lot of people just don't know about?
It's as far as fights, the fights that we don't know about. I think the ones that are widely publicized today are pretty much your main ones. I mean, we're pushing mental health, we're pushing women's rights, we're pushing Black lives, we're pushing, businesses and self help. We're pushing all of these things, but honestly, you have the majority of these people that you're preaching to, like, they've given up. Like, there's literally no fight left in them. If there was still a fire in them, I feel like we'd be so much further than where we are right now. I feel like things have become undone and people are hopeless and they feel helpless and they don't know the way out. But you have these handful of people who are saying, I know the way, but when it's just five people, how am I to rely on you? I don't think that we as black people, we as a society, period, trust ourselves enough to fully engage in any of these fights. Some with some of them, oh, I need to look at Byron. With some of them, it's just like, I'm doing this because you said that I should. I'm not really all in it, and it could be that a lot of these issues haven't actually happened to the person who's involved in it, not the person who's fighting for X, Y, and Z. But say you have Angela fighting for women's rights because she has been subjected to abuse in some way, but Valerie has never been abused in any way, and she's just like, well, you said I should join because I'm a woman, I'm gonna join, but my heart's not in it because I've never experienced this type of hurt. Did that answer the question?
So, you feel like us all together, there's just no fight in what's going on.
I think the majority of us have just given up. It's like a helpless feeling. Like, you see the things that are happening every day and no one's being held accountable for them. It just feels like, all right, we're nothing to the, what are they? They're the minority who are really the majority. Who the hell? Oh, no, we're the minority. We're supposed to be the minority, like, but the 1%, no, actually, we're the majority, but we fail to see that.
There we go. I
Like,
feel
that's
like
just
that's what it
it.
is.
We fail to see that we're the majority and that we have so much power that they're trying to beat out of us. And a lot of us are just like, you know what? Why am I still fighting if nothing's going to change? It's a helpless feeling.
That shit crazy. Like, all of the campaigns and all of that is just it's all to it's all to get the same group of people, the feminists, everything. It's all to get the people that's working, that's trying to come up. At the same time, out of all of those movements, it's always people that's profiting greatly off that. So all of those movements is always going to head towards an agenda that's going to towards profit, towards anything. So a feminist movement that it could be a working woman that's really getting hated on at work or something, or might be really going through real things, and they gotta push it so much. So the head of the feminists, whoever that person is, probably have a meeting with Trump that don't give a fuck about the feminist movement. He might be a person that be one of the dudes that they hate, but at the same time, they need the funding or they need the backing from him. So does that the message gets polluted at the end of the day? It goes from a person that's the majority or the minority, from what you're saying, that doesn't have a lot, to it goes to people that's that 1%. The 1% doesn't have to. That 1% is that problem. The person with the power is that problem. It's not the dude that worked with you that's getting the less money or something like that that you feel threatened by. It's the boss that smacked you on the cheeks or said that over remark, and you like he shouldn't do that just because he's the boss. So it's
Right.
like to take all of those problems to eventually the bosses. It's like at the end of the day they're gonna filter what they want or what they don't want. So like my thing is always the real fight is the rich against the poor, because as soon as the poor people get together and realize it's less people that don't have, it's less people that have everything than it is people that don't have shit. We can all get a group of people that don't have from the people that's middle class that needs more than everything, all the people that's filthy rich. They're the 1%. So it's like at the end of the day, they're the ones that's getting all of those problems to see if it's gonna help their agenda, to see if they can profit off it. Oh, feminists, okay, probably we can make this much money over the next 5 years if we just push this campaign. Cool, no problem. A person to do that just off the profit. That shit is not a natural. I don't know. That shit is just not a natural thing. So I think what you're is going to what you're saying. Everybody is so polluted, they don't know what to fight because they're not fighting for the right things. It might be something so natural, and then once it gets to certain levels, and then they start to do their things, it gets watered down. Something similar to music. A person does hardcore music, fuck you, I kill your moms. But once they get signed to a record label, the record label is like, you can do that, but there's still some guidelines that you have to go through at the record label.
You know what it is? We're not fighting for ourselves. We're fighting for a group. I feel like when you fight for a group, you lose sight of the individual. So while I could have gone into said fight because I was personally attacked, and it started with me wanting to better myself and feel comfortable, build my confidence, and be safe and secure in my own person, I am now fighting for the group. So me, I don't matter anymore. And at that point, when I figure out that I don't matter, then what is the point in me fighting anymore? Because I'm not fighting for me. That's the initial thing. You need to fight for yourself before you can fight for anybody else. But once you lose sight of that, once you lose sight of you being the goal, then what else? What is there?
But as soon as you get down, say, "Oh, I'm going against something happened to you in the business setting, and you didn't get your promotion." Cool. That's how the female card was played on you, where it's a dude that you probably have more credentials than, and he's getting more money than you. That's your fight, and that's what you're fighting for. But then you get to a group, and then it gets to them higher up people, and then for them higher up people to speak to Trump and have that conversation, or speak to the mayor and all that, they have to come. We have all of these problems. It can't be we just have a shitload of this one thing, and then we all just gotta fight that. So you come into a place now, they gotta talk to you. You came in there headstrong, or I'm fighting for people that's getting mistreated at businesses. At the same time, they're like, "Oh, well, we're doing this as well," and then you can't tell them, "No, I just fight for this," because they're gonna ask you. You have to have empathy. You understand? They're gonna play simple tricks and simple things on you to make you be like, "Nah, we're all in this together. We're all doing this together. So just wait. We are gonna get it at one point."
So they're taking the value out of your fight.
And that's how it happens. And even you, the most purest of your fight is when it happens if you can handle it yourself. Other than that, it's getting dumbed down every step of the way.
So how do we remedy it? Like, what has to happen? Do we all just need to realize we're actually individuals who are part of this group, and in order to make this group work, we have to make ourselves work first? And if that's what needs to be done, where do we start?
Like I said, everything starts with finances. Wait, people be having, all right, the person of your HR, the person that leads the HR department or whatever the situation is, they probably make just as much money as your supervisor or as the head person at your whatever the situation is. So how would that person get insight? They're having the same meetings with the supervisor that you might have a complaint against. So how is that person fit? I feel like every level at a job or every level of what you're doing, they should have their own representative. It can't just be we represent all workers, because there's different levels of workers. You would just have to represent, all right, y'all the new entry people. This person handles y'all for the first 2 years, just to make sure everything is good for the first 2 years. After these years, you can deal with that person. It just has to be real levels to it according to what you make, because you can't have people making significantly more than you, and then they're commenting on what you should get or what you shouldn't get, because you're gonna feel suspended at one point. What if you get demoted and the person that demoted you is making 100,000, and that person's telling you you're not doing your job the right way? Who the fuck are you to tell me I'm not doing the job the right way? You making 100,000, I'm making 50, and you trying to demote me to 30,000? Like 40,000, or demote my job, whatever the situation is? That's just not fair. So, but if it's a person, it's a group of your peers, because when you demote that person, for example, is what I'm bringing up. If you demote that person, but all the people that work under that person, she knows her job. I have a person at my job right now. She got demoted for a reason, but we all know she know her job. But from the outside looking in, the person that came, it's a new change of management, and that person might have thought, oh, that person looks comfortable. She's cool with everybody. She's playing cards. Or she looks too lackadaisical. She probably don't know what she's doing. But the people that work there, that's cool with her, she exactly know what she's doing, and she's bridging the gap between management and the workers, instead of the management being the niggas that just just telling us what to do. She's the one that can tell us what to do, and we'll actually take it in good response because she was in the field with us, and she can be like, all right, guys, this is what they're telling me. Can y'all do this for me? Y'all can do that, and I'm going to go back and tell them. So when you take that away, it's basically we're telling you what to do. If you don't like it, then you can go where you got to go. So that's fucked up at job.
I'm sorry, her union rep didn't fight for her?
The union rep probably did fight, but she still get her same money. She just get demoted job titles wise. And when it's other promotions, she's not looked at to get the promotion.
Well, see, that's the thing. That's the thing with job titles. You have a job title, but you're not working for what that title is. Like, if you look at the description for your job, it'll tell you amongst other things. So, I am a clerical associate, so I am supposed to do data entry, clerical prep. But here I am doing accounting, doing finance, doing things that I technically shouldn't be qualified for. This is a hypothetical. I'm not a clerical associate. I'm doing X, Y, and Z. Even at like the last job where I was an information assistant, but I did everything that a librarian is doing.
Right.
Without the title, without the pay, because I didn't have the education, but I literally had the experience. So a title means nothing. But when you're going up to fight for something, you can't just demote somebody and they not have a cause. And if that's the way that your company is operating, then that's a bigger fight that needs to be fought.
Like for that situation in particular, I don't know 100% of the details, but I'm just saying, even from a rule like that, to be made, a rule like that is not made from that level. That's from the higher levels going down. If you get demoted, whatever the situation is, like I just feel like that whole situation should be all thought of by us. And the unions, like you said, the agenda gets watered down after a while. You're not in those meetings with them.
Yeah. It becomes less valued.
So the real, like I'm saying, is just if a whole bunch of people that's making your salary should all have a rep. All the niggas that make this much, if y'all going through this, because that person should understand from the volumes of calls that they getting, it should all be understood. If you get one union rep, they might take something. I don't